the clapping.
You're welcome. How's it going?
It's going really well. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. What time did you wake up this morning?
I woke up at 6 in the morning.
We had thought maybe they had set up a mock studio like ours and ran you through what we may ask you. That happened? They built a fake one of these and
And we had a trial run?
Yes, like the president does?
Of course.
Good.
This is a very important day for me.
It is, right. Exactly.
It's important to get it right. You have already gone off script.
I have an article that I'd like to read to you.
Oh,
okay. This is an article written about you and I at the same time. You probably didn't see it in USA Today. Did you?
It depends on what day in USA Today.
Well, when was this, Eddie? Like last Tuesday?
Yes, last Monday.
So they did this article, and it was written by, let me credit the right guy here, Nate Rao. And he says, quote, Bones, that's me. I'm Bobby.
Hey, nice to meet you.
It says, Bones has risen through the radio industry as meteoric as Taylor Swift through country music.
Wow.
Boom.
That's really
two meteors in a room right now.
Well, he was being very complimentary of both of us. I feel like we should send him a thank you note.
Together.
That's what I meant. One. But we both sign it and maybe draw cartoons on it.
Meteors.
That's so exciting.
Like planets. Can you draw?
Yeah.
Are you an artist?
I mean, everyone can draw. The quality of it is really kind of everyone else's opinion. I'm not good at it, but I do draw on stuff all the time.
What kind of art do you have in your house?
I don't really have art in my house. I just have pictures of my friends and my family, and I like to take pictures more than I like to draw.
What's your one favorite picture you have in your house? If you had to pick one picture.
Okay. If I had to pick one, it would probably be of me and T-Pain.
When you were doing the video for the award show?
Yeah. It's just a really important moment to capture fashion-wise.
What's in the picture?
We're sitting on stairs. We're sitting on the steps, and I have gold chains on and a hat to the side, and I'm basically kind of trying to emulate what he's wearing, which on me looked a little choice. He definitely pulls it off better than I do, but it was that was one of the funniest days of my life, I think. So that's one of my favorite pictures. My picture with James Taylor is one of my favorites. And then I have this picture of my dad in the studio listening to new music a couple years ago, and it's black and white, and he's just got the biggest smile on his face, and that's kind of the quintessential memory I have of my dad of just listening to new music and smiling. So that's one of my favorites too.
So talk about your dad for a second. How influential has he been through your life, career, etc.?
Really influential. My parents are this amazing blend of kind of opposite personalities, and so it works out really well because my mom is the one who I know will tell me if I need to change something or if she's kind of real with me all the time. And my dad just thinks everything's great all the time. So that's kind of nice. Every time I walk off stage, he's like, oh, that was the best show. It was the best show. And it's really nice to get that positive, just constant. He's just so excited about everything, which is nice.
What's your Starbucks drink over there? What do you drink? What do you order?
Oh, this is a skinny caramel latte situation.
I've never tasted coffee. I don't drink coffee.
You never even tried it.
No, never.
I'm judging you.
I've never tried coffee.
Why wouldn't you even try it just one time? Just I think I'm gonna. I tried it now.
Because it smells bad. I've never tasted beer either. Because.
Well, no, I haven't done that either. No, I have done. Well, I'm not talking about that.
Well, it smells to me like pee. So it doesn't smell like it's appealing. Beer or coffee smells like, dookie.
Cigarettes, a little bit.
Yeah, that too.
But I love coffee.
I love coffee too. Coffee's such a. I think it's less about the taste and it's more about
the experience, and it just kind of is
a coffee, Disney World.
It becomes a security blanket almost.
Me with a little coffee cup and a saucer. That's the experience.
Oh, no, that's cozy.
Yes.
Can you go to Walmart?
Yes.
Do you ever go to Walmart? You have to put a disguise on or anything like that?
No. Here's the thing with disguises. I am not the kind of person who could ever get away with committing any kind of crime, whether it be petty or anything. I would get arrested. Second, I can't wear disguises or else people will know. I can't lie overtly about things or else you will know. I'm not one of those people who can
oh my God, go out incognito and nobody will find out. Like, someone will find out, point, and call me a loser for dressing up and trying to, like, be that girl. And I find it, I guess I've seen, like, in LA, sometimes this happens. You'll go into a restaurant and there's somebody dressed like, just, like, too many layers of clothing, a hood, a hat, like, hunched over, and you know that's an actor trying not to look famous. Sometimes the disguise gives you way more than just, like, walking around being normal, and also people don't think that you're, like, you have some weird social, like, issues to work out.
So you do get to kind of be normal?
No.
No?
No, it's not a normal situation going to Walmart for me, but I don't try to make it even weirder by, like, wearing a wig. Because I've also worn wigs in my music videos, so people kind of know what that looks like, too. There's no doing it. I just never try.
Do you feel a little bit secluded at times because you can't go out? Is it starting to get to that point where a little bit you're like, this kind of sucks now?
Well, I mean, I can go out and I do go out. It's not like a normal situation. It's the most normal in Nashville because people know I've lived here for like 7-8 years now. So, it's the most normal here, and there's no paparazzi here, which is the best thing ever because, having every day documented kind of gives you a little bit of anxiety. But, I think it's important to go through normal activities. I really like normal activities. I really like hiking and going to the grocery store and doing my own shopping. I like malls. I'm not going to start, like, hating malls just because malls are, like, a kind of a social situation for me now, more so than they ever were. It's weird. I used to, like, go to the mall when I was a kid, and there'd be, like, a group of girls, and I'd be like, oh, my God, I wish I was included in that group of girls. And now I go to the mall, and it's like there's a group of girls, and they're, like, running towards me, it's a different dynamic.
Whenever the paparazzi's out in LA, what kind of mean things do they scream at you?
They don't scream mean things at me, which is really nice. Or I just put headphones in or whatever. They're usually just like, are you having a good day today? And I'm just sort of like, I don't, like, this is just so stressful, this whole interaction. So I do what I call kind of like the fear face, where I just kind of like, it looks like I'm just ignoring everybody and I have my head down, but I'm really just like terrified and trying not to trip and fall in front of people.
Do you look through the magazines where they have your pictures, like paparazzi, to go, ooh, that was not a good moment?
No, that's not. Because, like, I think there are a lot of different ways you can approach this from like a mental perspective. When your life changes and all of a sudden everything you do is documented, good and bad, every opinion is like out there. And I think that you can either like put up all these walls and be like, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm personally not capable of that because I am a songwriter. I have feelings. I write songs about my feelings. I have to be vulnerable in order to write songs about my life. So I can't like put up walls and not care what people think. So I have to not subject myself to things that are going to hurt my feelings. So I can't read magazines, or like Googling myself is like a terrifying idea for me. Sometimes I'm scared of newspapers. It's not weird. Like I don't run from them, but like I just don't really read stuff that isn't like an album review. Like I'll read an album review in the New York Times or Rolling Stone or something, but I'm not going to read like something that says that like I did something I didn't do, or like some angle on it that's twisted and weird, or trying to make it seem like it was wrong, or I just don't really have it in me to look at stuff like that. That was the longest answer to any question you've ever asked.
I was just staring at the
Talked
cookies.
For 50 hours.
Did you bring cookies in?
Yeah, I did.
Are those for us, or did you just bring them and you're not done eating them?
Breakfast.
I brought them for you guys. I was obsessed with baking things with like pumpkin and cinnamon and stuff like last month, and now I'm onto like peppermint stuff.
So what are the cookies? Peppermint?
They're mint chocolate chip cookies, like the kind of like the ice cream you would get that's mint with chocolate chips. It's like that kind of cookie.
Well, I have you something too. Hand me that thing right there. This is a pumpkin?
Okay.
That's not for me.
What are you talking about?
They're looking at you.
When you brought a gift to me, I have one for you. This is a pumpkin with orange flowers in it
No.
to show our appreciation for coming on our show.
No, they all definitely gave you away there.
Where did this come from?
That Rick and Premier gave that to me for 30 Abes.
Oh,
And she really likes it, and you just took it from her.
no, I would.
I need to take it out of the paper though.
Okay,
The
never
plastic.
mind. Taylor Swift is with us here. Hey, let me have a cookie. Hey, Cody, come here. I want you to talk to Taylor about something. Cody is our intern.
It's like
Okay.
we have like a top.
And they're green.
They're green like the ice cream.
Yeah.
You made these really?
Yeah, I made them yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Well, what is I supposed to make those today? There's no hours left in the day for
Did you make them for us or are they leftovers?
Yes, I made them for you.
Just ask him.
They're so cynical.
Well, okay, see this guy here, he's got a date tonight,
Hey.
and he needs some advice from, because Cody, how old
Show
are
her
you?
your shoes.
Show your, do you have Velcro shoes on?
Those are sick. No, that's good.
See, I told you they're cool.
He's,
I like
he's
it.
dating,
They're childlike. I like it.
and he's childlike.
That's good.
So he has a date tonight. How old is she, 22? You're 20?
Yeah.
So from one girl to another
To
young
a
guy, right? What should he take her to do tonight? Because everything I tell him, he doesn't like.
Everything. What's the dynamic so far?
She likes him.
We
She
went on a
works here.
lunch date.
She works in there, and
So-
they're both
Sorry,
interns.
they're talking over you a lot. What did you say?
We're both interns here.
But the dynamic is that you both like each other, or do you like her and you're not sure if she likes you, or she likes
Yeah.
you and you're not sure?
That right there.
Okay, so you like each other.
Maybe. I don't know if she does or not.
Okay, so you don't want to do something to like candle it and like seclude it or anything, because that could. You want to do something fun. Take her to a pumpkin patch, or like a hayride or something. Is that happening here? Is that a thing?
I have
we
gotten
can...
advice to do that.
Okay, then do that. Do something with coffee. Go get coffee, and then take the coffee and go on a hayride or go to a pumpkin patch. Do we have corn mazes? Do we have things like, because corn maze, you could get lost
Research
in a
all of
corn
this,
maze.
Cody.
Oh my God, we're
I
in a
am.
corn
I'm
maze.
getting
and
lost
we're
in
taking
lost.
notes.
It's so cute that this, like, go to, I know. What's that thing that we have here? That with all the lights and it's.
Cheekwood.
Go to Cheekwood.
All right, Cheekwood it is.
All right, you're done, Cody.
Sorry.
You're free to go.
Damn.
All right, there he is.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Taylor. Lunch told him to go to bingo.
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea.
That's actually an awesome idea.
Yeah, bingo's fun. If you're in the car and your song comes on, do you turn it up or do you change the channel?
I turn it up.
You do turn it up loud?
Yeah, I get excited.
Still, that's cool.
Well, yeah, it's being on the radio. That's never not something that I really, really wanted for my whole life before this started happening. You know? And it's like, it's one of those things that you feel like, those are the moments where I'm like, okay, like take this in, really, really experience this, because, you know, it's not going to happen forever.
Your education center is opening. You're doing the whole Country Music Hall of Fame, the whole wing. So tell me about that.
There's like a ribbon cutting situation happening.
Really? Do you get to
Yeah,
cut the
I've
ribbon?
never cut a ribbon for stuff or anything, really.
So what is it exactly? I know it's a
It's-
community center slash.
It's next year they're opening an exhibit, and essentially it's classrooms that are opening now, which are education spaces for lectures and classes and demonstrations and music lessons, and it's kind of like it's going to start the education portion of it now, and then next year is when there's going to be an exhibit, and so we're going to be planning the exhibit for the next year. But I think it was a priority for all of us to open the actual classrooms right now, which is really awesome.
You said earlier you watch Friends a lot. I just was handed the story that Jennifer Aniston said she doesn't want a Friends reunion. Do you have a statement on that?
I respect her opinion. I mean,
I demand a Friends reunion.
No,
That's my
no.
statement.
No, if they don't want to, then why should they have to? You know what I'm saying?
I bet Joey
I think
wants
She
to.
they have a
said-
better pulse on
I
it.
bet Joey wants to.
No,
Joey-
he's
no,
on
no.
a great show.
He is on a good show now. Yeah, fit it. Yeah, you're right. He's on HBO, right? No, it's the
Yes.
Showtime. Showtime. It's on Showtime.
Something good.
Okay, I bet Phoebe wants it.
They do.
She's
The
been in a
actors
lot of
want it.
movies.
Okay, I want it. It's me. I'm
It's
the one
you
who
that
wants it.
and you're putting it on other people.
That's true. Taylor asked me during the break when is Dr. Jekyll or no Mr. Hyde coming out.
Well, I mean,
Did they warn you about me?
this is
Be
just
honest.
this is just critical thinking, and yes.
Okay, good. What did they say? I know they did. What did they say about me? Because I'm really a nice guy. There's nothing malicious about me. 0%. But I just do things differently than other people.
With my experience with like nice guys and not nice guys, the ones that are not nice are the ones who try to label themselves as a nice guy.
I'm not
within
a
the
nice
first
guy,
5
though.
minutes.
No?
In the first 5
Did I say I was a nice guy?
You just said it
No.
37 seconds ago.
I had to combat your where is Dr. Hyde? And I said, hey, I'm a nice
Well,
guy.
I didn't say that on the air. You said that on the air. I said that in conversation.
Yeah, that
Which
hurt. It
might have
hurt
been
though.
aggressive.
It hurt a little bit. So what do they say about me? Because I know they warn everyone about me.
You don't want to know what people say about you. I'm not asking you what people say about me, am I?
I'll tell you.
No, because I don't want to know that.
Huh.
Yeah. So we seem to be
At a stalemate. That's correct. We do. Very interesting. Taylor Swift is in the studio right now. But really, how about this? I'm a genuine dude.
What's happening right now?
I'm just telling you, I'm not Mr. Hyde.
What have you heard about me?
I'm not. Do you want to know? Do you want to trade?
No. I'm just saying.
I'm
why are you
happy to
looking at me
trade
like that?
stories.
Wanna go trade
We're both
these?
meteors. Let's share meteor
Oh
stories.
my god, this is amazing. We're both meteors.
We're both meteors
This
flying through the
story
sky.
will never end, by the way.
By
that
the
y'all
way,
are meteoric.
no, wait a minute. I've been tweeting you for like 2 weeks.
That's why I brought cookies, because I knew you were going to give me a hard time about that.
Oh.
I show up in your studio, which is sort of like tweeting you back, but times 50.
Oh man, the cookies are pretty good.
Thank you.
Has this been awkward at all?
No.
I haven't thought so either. One of my friends said it was going to be like The Office, watching it but listening to the radio.
What do you mean?
Because I was going to ask you about why you haven't tweeted me. Does your Twitter account just go? Because I only have 135,000 followers, and I can kind of manage it on your phone. When you hit it, you can't even look at it, can you? It's nonstop.
I mean, I can look at it, and I kind of have to because it's my Twitter. But there's certain you have
Snap!
well,
Dang! Oh snap! Got me. Okay, continue.
I mean, it's interesting because it's selective. Like you do want to see people like saying stuff like, "Oh, I'm listening to your song," like at Taylor Swift 13's song right now, but you like don't want to see some of the other stuff. Like,
People are really rude on Twitter.
it's definitely a possibility for people to be kind of like juvenile and terrible. But so yeah, I see certain things and I have to like not see other things. So a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll the things that I don't see, I'll have people like watching it all the time for like really cool stuff that I missed because I was either sleeping or like whatever. And then I'll have them send me like mass emails and I'll read it all in the form of the email so that I don't have to read like.
And I should do that. Will you guys keep track of my nice
No.
tweets? I've got death threats on Twitter before that had to be. I had a guy tell me what day he was going to come shoot me.
That is so ineffective on his part.
Right. Right. That's what I said too. Well, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, that's
How tall are you?
5'10".
Have you always been the tallest girl?
I mean, like I've always been like the second or third tallest girl because there's always someone taller than you who plays basketball really well or something.
You left public school at what age? Like 14, 15?
I was 15, and that's when I went on radio tour. So now I'm 23. So I don't know why that was important.
It's 8 years.
Yeah, I think I was just like kind of like going like, how long has it been since I've been in school? But yeah, I went to public school out in Hendersonville for 8th, 9th, and 10th grade, and I'm really glad that I went to school because it really shaped a lot of kind of I think social dynamics of walking into a cafeteria and not knowing where you're going to sit is kind of like an important human experience.
Every day of my life. Still. I'm so awkward.
You're still in a metaphoric cafeteria.
I go home and I don't come out of the house until it's time to come do this. Is that
Well,
true or false?
True.
Thank you.
He's
No,
weird.
but that's kind of what most people do, right? Isn't that what most people
Am I like most people?
No,
do?
he's
Most
not.
people socialize more than that?
I'm a hermit.
Meteors
my
are
dog's my best
meteors
friend.
are so
I know.
like withdrawn these days.
Yep. I do this and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And then I got nothing to say. As soon as it's over, turn it off.
I can relate to that.
What do you do after a show? Do you eat all the bad food that they bring in? Or do you kind of keep it and just eat vegetables and, the tuna?
No, that doesn't seem like it. The second thing you said, because that just seems
The
like
tuna?
Yeah. Yeah.
like the celebrity birdseed diet that like where like they just don't eat anything except for like.
Birdseed?
No, that's a joke,
Oh.
but it was got it.
Zing!
They're like,
Finally, someone else is taking some bullets over here.
Like frozen peas. Victoria Beckham was said to eat frozen peas, and that's it.
And that's it.
that doesn't really do anything to the calorie.
Ray,
Is
our
it?
producer, only ate tuna for how long, Ray? Like 4 months?
Pretty much, yeah, exactly.
He was trying to win a modeling job, so he only ate tuna for 4 months. That's the only meal he ate.
I don't know. I don't really do that. I try to. It's a common sense thing. I think you try to like have sort of a gauge on whether you've been healthy, but I don't really put many rules on it because I think that would like kind of cut my will to live in half, sort of.
Can I tell you my favorite song on the album?
Yeah, you can.
This is my favorite song.
What?
Ed texted you a video of me saying, "Hey Taylor, I hope you don't remember it, because I got in a lot of trouble."
What did you do?
I said, "Hey Taylor, it's Bobby. Come in, let's go, let's hang out." And then I said, "Ed, send that," and he sent it because it was here. He's a friend, and then he sent
You
it, and
didn't
then
send me a video. You can look at my phone.
then he lied. Then why did I get in trouble?
He probably told on you.
Well, then Ed and I will have to have a talk. Don't tell him we had this conversation because I'll be waiting for him.
It's just awkward.
What did you? So wait, what?
He was in here, and I love Ed, and we're a country show, but we do a lot of stuff that is not typical country. Obviously, look at us, we're just a bunch of idiots. So Ed comes in, and I'm like, "Dude, let's play some music." And I say, "Play that song." And he told me the trampoline. You guys were on the trampoline, and you wrote the song on the trampoline.
Yeah.
I said, "Play it," and he plays it. He goes, "I never played it without Taylor." I said, "Well, do it anyway," and he did, and it was awesome. And then I said, "Here, let me send Taylor a message. Pull your phone out." And so he hits record, and then
He probably got mad at you for that.
and then he sends it. Well, whomever got
So
somebody.
wait, what did you do on the video?
Nothing.
though?
That's the thing. I did nothing. I said, "Hey Taylor, it's Bobby. Can't wait to see you. Let's hang out." Boom, send. I didn't get naked or anything.
Maybe he invited you to lunch.
Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe.
But that's not-
Maybe.
again.
May or may not have.
Well, he didn't send it.
Well, then I'm gonna have to call Ed later on this morning. He's in England right now, but I'll have to call him.
Or maybe one of those, sometimes you send a text and it gives you that exclamation point with the red if it didn't go through, and sometimes you don't know it
You
didn't
know
go
what
through.
you can also do is if you send a text and you realize you don't want to send it, and all of a sudden you're like, and
I
you
need to
turn
know.
your phone off right away.
No way. That doesn't
You
work.
yes, it does. I know that this works because I've done it at least 15 times.
All right, give me your number.
And-
I'll try it.
Well, that's genius.
He could have
because-
done that.
Yeah.
Send off.
Well, whatever the case, if you got upset at me, I'm sorry.
I didn't get upset. I don't know what you're even talking
Good.
about.
Then that's
still
good. Then
a little
I
bit.
win.
Yes, that is what that means.
I win. Then I'm gonna go back to the people who scolded me and scold them. I get in trouble every day on this show. You don't even know what it's like to get in trouble.
But they put your name all over the walls,
I
and
know
they give
it.
you cool microphones,
With
so
my
they
names
clearly
on
are
it.
fine with you.
So you're nominated for Artist of the Year, Entertainer of the Year for the CMAs. It's you and George
Yeah.
Strait and Jason Aldean.
I'm really excited.
Luke Bryan. Who am I forgetting? Blake
you said
Shelton.
it, Blake
Blake Shelton. Yeah. So why should you get my vote?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would say you personally, I would probably apply to the fact that we're both meteors, and I would be like,
Flying to the
remember,
sky. That's correct.
remember that joke we have? Remember that when you're voting. But I don't know, just generally the fact that we're on the radio, like I'm having a hard time figuring out like why everybody listening would want to, especially not if I'm asking them to. Because that tends to be like the whole thing where if somebody asks you for something, you're like, well, I'm not going to give it to you now.
I have heavy influence.
I could be like, ooh, I could go through the, I could go from the like, oh, you should really vote for the girls in the category. And then they'll look and they'll be like, oh, she's the only girl in the category.
Or you should vote for the only person in her 20s.
True.
Is that really true?
Yeah, they're all older and they're all men, so I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really nice.
And you had like 5 AMA nominations yesterday?
Yes! Isn't that cool?
It is. Is it still cool to you? I mean, you won everything.
Obviously.
No, I seemed totally
No,
bored by it.
come
just
on,
then.
you won, but you've won everything. So is it still super cool?
No, not everything.
Because that's a fan vote, right?
What do you want that you haven't won? What do you want? You said not everything. What do you want that you haven't won?
Third Entertainer of the Year,
Okay, well you've had that,
but not 3 times yet.
okay. Is there anything else you want?
I mean, well, yeah, definitely. I want like a Polaroid camera.
Do I have
Like-
a Polaroid camera that's a new one that's like digital on
No,
top?
no, I don't want that.
Have you seen it?
No, I want a refurbished old one. But I like that you have that, and then congratulations. Please vote for me.
You got it. You just got my vote. Taylor Swift is here. I know you have a long day today, and it's nice.
I don't. Did they tell you that?
Yeah, and they just told me in my ear you got to go, and
I'm
you have
gonna
a long
go
day.
home and order Chinese food for the rest of the day
And watch Scandal.
Not in the morning, but later when it's appropriate.
Let's do Titanic. Here, let's do Titanic. Are you ready? You're Rose. I'm Jack.
Oh my God! Why? The first line is "I love you, Jack," and this is
Except for he'd like you to change Jack to Bobby.
oh my God.
Okay, go ahead. Shh, guys, we're acting here.
Okay. Oh.
Are you a method actor when you act?
You know what I think we should do is I think we should switch roles.
Okay, you got it.
And action.
I love you, Jack.
Don't do that. Don't say your goodbyes. Not yet. Do you understand me?
I'm so cold.
Listen, Rose, you're gonna get out of here. You're gonna go on. You're gonna make lots of babies. You're gonna watch them grow. You're gonna die an old lady in your bed. Not here. Not this night. Not like this. Do you understand me?
I can't feel my body. Go with it.
I think we should end with that.
Okay, go. I have another one. Let's do 6 cents.
Oh my God.
Do you know who you are?
You can pick. You want to be
I'm the kid.
You want to be Cole or Malcolm? Okay, ready?
Action.
I want to tell you my secret now.
Okay.
Blinks very slowly.
You don't say that. That's parentheses.
No, I think it's important
But we're on
that
the
you
radio.
understand that we're on the radio.
Okay, go
They
ahead.
don't know. It says that, and it's a very important part in the scene.
Parentheses. Go ahead.
That I blink very slowly. I just did it. You didn't even look.
Sorry, I'm reading my line. Go ahead.
You didn't even look.
Do your line. You do your line. Okay.
I did my line. I just said I
Take it
was
from the
cool.
top. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. Cut.
Okay, one last time, real quickly. Go ahead.
Action.
I want to tell you my secret now.
Blinks quickly. Okay.
Cole takes an eternal pause.
You don't read that, Taylor.
No, we are on the radio. This is your job. It's
Okay,
important
go
that you
ahead.
care about the people who are being
ahead.
affected by this in their cars right now. They don't know. Oh my God. Wow. A silent tension engulfs them both. which is
That's
also
true. It's been
important
happening for the last
everyone.
half hour. Go ahead.
I see people. Malcolm gazes quietly. I see dead people.
Wrap. There it is. Nice job. Okay, scene. Taylor, seriously, thanks. Nice to meet you finally.
You guys are amazing.
So it was a kind of a weird kind of all-day interview?
Yeah, so when Rolling Stone does a cover story, it's like they hang out. You know, you hang out with this journalist for a couple days, and you just hang out. If you drive around, they're sitting there. If you go to lunch, we hang. It's like a thing. And it was a huge deal for me to have a cover of Rolling Stone. It still is. Like, for me, that's like, it's a big angel singing moment. And so, of course, like, I was just like, be your best self today. Like, like, if you're gonna drive, you drive the best you've driven. Like, if you're gonna, like, and also you're like, how do I be real and not, like, be pretending to be real? Like, when I'm clearly, like, I know this is a journalist, like, ugh. But through all that, I was just like, okay, so I'm gonna take him on a day that it's this journalist named Brian Hyatt who's the coolest. And, like, take him on a day. I'm going to rehearsals. It's normal. And I'm just going to drive him because that's what I normally do. Be your best self at driving. And I got in 2 car accidents with him in the car. One was my fault. One was not. One was an I'm sorry. The second one was a you're welcome. I saved your life. I got sideswiped. But I was fully panicking, and when we got sideswiped, I think he screamed out something like, I have a new baby at home! And I was like, oh, this is not gonna be a good cover story for me. Like, this is gonna be good for people reading it, but not for me.